Hey tankers, Bonsai Duck here. Today we have another submission from Mumbochicken. He is in the Chinese 110. He is on Ruinberg in a standard battle in a pure tier 8 game, so top tier heavy. The 110, oh man, I ground through that, and it had some good games, had some not so good games. It's kind of a, I don't want to say it's a schizophrenic tank, but it could be a really good tank at times, and then it can be just a really POS at the other times. At least as I found it. It's running the 100 millimeter with a 320 alpha and 215 penetration. If you go with the gold, it's got 265. And then for HE, it's a 420 alpha with a 50 penetration. It's got the big pike nose on it with a nice little flat plate right there. Sorry, I got the sun in my eyes. It's like I said, it's not a bad tank. It's not horrible. It was like most tank lines, there's always a tier, whether it's tier 8 or tier 9 usually, that is just extremely painful to push through, right? Well, the tank right before this is the IS-2, which is a painful tank anyway. And then you get to this one, which improves from the IS-2, and honestly is probably a little bit better than the 111 1-4, because that one just seems to be, at least in my play from what I've seen, just seems to be a very wonky tank. So this whole line is kind of iffy, but good players obviously can make good things happen, and we're going to see that today with Mumbo because he's a good player. And that enough of my opinion. Let's get on with the game. So Mumbo spawned over here in the south, and he is headed over to, looks like, my favorite area on this map when you spawn. And if you can get the hull down, use the turret, because the turret on this tank is pretty good, he can do some serious damage. So Mumbo, show us what you got, buddy. Show us what you got. Usually you can catch some tanks over here. Oh, TS5 puts a nice shot into the lower plate of that. Nice work. There's an IS-3A. Looking, yep, right into the upper plate. Gets a shot into there. So Mumbo's making it work over here. Not getting a lot of guys to just push around that corner. Apparently they've been watching my videos and caught on to my secret. Usually they just trundle right down that road and just allow you to just pulverize them. But as soon as you get two heavies over there in that corner, like the Lowell and the 50 TP, then that tends to hold them up, and then they start playing tight against that building, which makes it tough for this position to get any shots. There's the TS5 again, and armor not penetrated. So at this point, Mumbo's got a choice to make. He can either get over here and get behind that water fountain, or he can start poking out and try to play an echelon with the Lowell and the 50 TP. ISM, yeah. I see he's got the J Panther 2 over here who's going to do some work. I need to get started on that J Panther again. So he's going to move over here and see if he can't work the road here. As we see, not a lot of people up in the village area. We do have a T-32 who's snugged in there. It looks like they've taken care of some of the tanks here as his heavies have pushed around this corner. And now we've got these guys in a pinch. IS-3A's come out, takes a shot from the IS-3A, sends a shot back. The defender, not to be bullied, is just going to push right in, which is going to allow Mumbo to get in here and get a shot in there on the IS-3A. Dr. Pep 50, who's a low hit IS-3. The IS-3A is down. Now we're going to move in, catch the Lanson, bounce the Lanson shot. Now we got the ISM here. The ISM is a tough tank. Lanson takes another shot. Luckily these guys are not shoving Mumbo, because that's usually what happens. ISM takes a shot and misses. Gets a nice shot, tracking shot on the ISM with some critical damage. And has pinned him there. And there's another one, and the ISM is down. That leaves the Lanson and the Low. Lanson gets a nice shot there. The Low is not even paying attention to what's coming in behind him. He's going to feel the heat here pretty soon. He's starting to notice it. Oh, armor not penetrated. Not much he can do about this. It's all over but the crying. All right, TS5 is over here all by his lonesome. Trying to figure out which way they're going to come. He fires his shot. All right, here comes the Barask. Nice tracking shot on that. He takes a shot from the Barask. The Barask has got the two shell. He fires both shots. Now he is out for at least 20 seconds. And that's it. That's the problem I have with the Barask. Get myself in those situations and there's no getting out of it. Alright, so now we're pushing down the road towards the cap. That leaves a Centurion, SU-130, the Happy Tankers back here who like to camp and guard their base. And that 130 just pushed out way too far. Couldn't get back in time. We got a Roomba over here. Bounce the Centurion, and he's hauled down, and he's going to be a tough nut to crack. Get some damage, spotting damage on him. Bounce his shot again. Ooh, the Roomba wants to get a shot into you. Hang. Mumbo ducks in tight to those rocks in that building to not allow the Roomba to get anything on him. The Centurion's falling back. He's behind that rock pile and he's down in the little gully. You're not going to be able to get a shot on him. WZ's pushed in, but he's falling back. Rumba, bounce the Rumba, but get a shot from the Scorpion. Ouch. Breaks the turret. 9 seconds left to repair. 4, 3, 2, 1. Uses his repair kit. Looks like the Scorpion's down. Yeah. And there's only one left, and that's the Roomba. And he's down. That is what we call a victory. All right, well, Ace Tanker, Spotter, Bruiser, Shellproof, Fire for Effect, 66,267 in credits, 1,983 in experience. He did 3,244 in damage, got 2 kills for base XP of 1,322. Fired 18 shots. Of those 18, 15 hit, and of those 15, 11 penetrated. He did 329 from 300 meters out. You blocked 1,920 in damage, and you spotted for 3,065. Nice work. Nice work. I mean, way to play a heavy light. Let's see. Made some decent credits on a premium account. Made some decent experience, and obviously you're moving towards the 111 1-4. The 110, like I said, sometimes it's fun to play and it can be a very good tank, and then there's other times where it's just extremely painful. It's got a lot of flat spots. Angling is hard with that pike nose and the flat spots around the middle of the hull and stuff like that. And the gun, it can leave you wanting. I mean, 100 millimeter at a tier 8 on a heavy is kind of iffy, but it does have pretty good get up and go and can move around pretty decently. So that's Mumbochicken in his 110 on Ruinberg in a standard battle for an ace tanker battle. If you like the video, hit the like button. Keep the videos coming. I greatly appreciate it. Be sure to hit that subscribe button. This is Bonsai Duck out.